This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. Welcome to Northland Basketball. Presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Welcome in, everybody, to Northland Basketball, exclusively here at the Sports Zone. Welcome tonight to Blue Ridge High School for this big second-round 3A state girls playoff matchup between the number 6 ranked and number 6 seeded Show Low Lady Cougars as they get to take on the number 11 team in the bracket. That is the Thatcher Eagles. And this game, which was supposed to be played tonight at Show Low High School, is getting played here at Blue Ridge because they had a water break at the gymnasium at Show Low. And by the reports I've gotten, it sounds like it's going to be all right. It sounds like they're going to get away with minimal damage this time. This is not the first time for a water break to affect the Show Low Gymnasium, which is known these days as Hatch Toyota Arena. So the good news is it looks like they're going to get back used to the gym very soon. Unfortunately, unable to play this all-important and almost really historic playoff game for the Show Low Lady Cougars at home, not able to play at home. They're going to have to play here at Blue Ridge High School tonight. Folks, my name is Floyd Simmons. I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner, B-Squared, Byron Brown, set to join us here. Byron, you got a nice break for you during the basketball season just to get into one of the biggest games we'll cover all season long. This game for the Show Low Lady Cougars. We're about to get to the national anthem, but this game that is the result of Show Low winning the 3A East region for the first time in 37 years. What an accomplishment for the Show Low Lady Cougars. Meanwhile, it is time for the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, it's harder to find a longer version of the national anthem, but one guy who can hold those high notes with the best of them is Byron Brown, B-Squared. He joins us now on our broadcast coverage of Northland basketball. Byron, welcome in to Blue Ridge High School tonight.
Welcome. Thank you for having me here tonight in an exciting second-round playoff game in high school 3A high school girls basketball. Look, like you said, just before we got to the national anthem, Sholo won the 3A East for the first time in 37 years, and to do it, they beat a perennial favorite that has won quite a few titles. That's the Winslow Bulldogs. And now they go up a perennial playoff contender and the Thatcher Eagles Hill tonight.
Yeah, it's just not easy. The road to a potential championship for the Sholo Lady Cougars. Well, the state playoff road begins right now in the second round. They got a first-round playoff bye, and this team they're facing, the Thatcher Eagles, not only do they have a tradition of great basketball and championship history, like you talked about, Byron, they got to the championship game last year. I remember watching part of it. I don't think they won the championship last year, as my memory, as I try to jog my memory. I'll take a look at that here in a bit and see what they ended up finishing last season. But they're great. And one thing you got to keep in mind is these teams have faced each other this year. They played in the regular season right at about the midway point of the season. Thatcher won that game. Final score 52-45. So for the Lady Cougars, some vengeance on their mind tonight.
Absolutely. And nothing like an early season game between these two if you're the Sholo Cougars to find out where you stand. And you know, close game early on, and you get to see if you get the revenge factor here tonight.
Jump ball called. We are just underway here, about 49 seconds into the opening quarter of this broadcast of Northland basketball. There's the inbound and shot attempt. That is going to be Ashlyn Thompson, arguably the best player on that team and one of the best players in the state. Ashlyn Thompson is going to be playing college basketball at Concordia University. So she gets to move on in her basketball pursuits past high school. As we watch Sholo get the first points of the game. Nice reverse lay-in that's good for Alex Swanson. A 2-0 lead for Sholo.
Yeah, nice job by Swanson right there. The Eagles playing a 2-3 zone with the wings kind of coming out. Swanson went underneath right there, got the pass, reverse layup for the first bucket of the game.
To the high post for Thatcher, and the first foul of the game is whistled on Sholo's Raquel Wilson. The sophomore commits her first foul. For the Lady Cougars, they begin with Raquel. Also, Mackenzie Coolish in the starting lineup. Alex Swanson is out there. Grace Moore right in the middle of that defense, and Sadie Hall is going to be on one of the wings in Sholo's version of the 2-3 zone that you described that Thatcher's starting out in. Byron, and now Thatcher the basketball on the perimeter. And tipped away, knocked away by Alex Swanson. Into the hands of Mackenzie Coolish. Here come the Lady Cougars on the attack. Swanson, nice move. Shot wouldn't go in for her rebound. Eagles.
Nice fast break opportunity. Unfortunately for the Cougars, they're 0-2 in the fast break opportunities. At the opening tip-off, they had a layup, did not go, and here's a steal.
Look at this, Alex Swanson is everywhere. She makes another great defensive play. Nice pass, give her the assist, and Mackenzie Coolish with her first basket of the game, 4-0. A great start for the Lady Cougars.
So I just talked about 0-2 on fast break attempts, and what do? You get the steal, you give it to Coolish, and she finishes off for the deuce.
So Sholo playing technically a home game, and it's here at Blue Ridge High School. They get the great start, and we'll see if they get this long rebound out. That's going to go out of bounds off of Thatcher. The shooter last to touch it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You're listening live and local across the White Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. That's the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. And thank you for joining us as well on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube and Facebook channels. Thanks for joining us live. We're going to continue our basketball coverage as we watch Mackenzie Coolish set up in the right corner, knock down the three for the Cougars. What a start. 7-0 Sholo in front.
Nice out-of-bounds play right there for the Cougars. Just finding Coolish in the corner for a tray.
And Mackenzie with a steal. With so much speed, she's going to take it herself. And Mackenzie will force Thatcher to call their first timeout of the game. Wow, what a start for the Lady Cougars. They are jumping out against an outstanding team here, and they lead it 9-0 here in the first quarter. This timeout, Northland basketball right here at the Sports Zone. Don't go anywhere.
I have to admit it. I am not an expert at everything. Now, if you want to talk to me about SEO and SEM and website optimization, I know it pretty darn well. But shopping for vehicles? That's a whole other world for me. That's why I go to Guy Hatch and his experts at Show Low Ford with my vehicle questions. They have been serving the White Mountains for a long time, long enough to have gained my trust. And when I come in and ask my questions, I don't get the normal runaround and what do we have to do to earn your business answers like some other guys. They simply answer my questions. They can help with navigating the ever-changing technologies with hybrids, EVs, and more. Help with the myriad of incentives to help me get the best deal possible and the best bank to get me the best rate and finance package. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself at Show Low Ford. They are on the east end of the Deuce, or visit showlowford.com.
Thatcher's Mackenzie Sweet gets her first points of the game. You saw that coming out of the timeout. The Cougars will get a second chance opportunity at a basket right here, but there's a whistle, and that'll be a turnover. The Cougars give it up. Thatcher, out of their timeout, gets their first points of the game as we bring you back in here. Let's take a look at this lineup for the Thatcher Eagles. They begin this game. Jaden Davis is on the floor. Ashlyn Thompson out there. Also in the starting lineup, Haley Nicholas. Let's check the rest. Macy Carter is in this lineup. And the fifth is the lady that scored that basket a moment ago, Mackenzie Sweet for the Thatcher Eagles.
To begin the game here in this second round of the state playoffs, Mackenzie Coolish goes on a 7-0 run to get the Cougars 7 of their first 9 points, gets them out 9-0 before Thatcher is able to respond with their own 2 points.
And we're going to get a whistle on Alex Swanson. First foul of the game on Cholo's Alex Swanson. And the third foul of the game, I didn't register that one a moment ago. As Mackenzie Sweet goes inside, she'll miss that one in the paint. And it's rebounded by Aubrey Wilson, who checks into the game now for the Lady Cougars. And her pass, a little lazy on the pass to the corner right side. She was picked up by Alex Swanson's hustle play. So the Cougars will keep this one alive. And they lead it by 7 here in the first quarter. Raquel Wilson cut off. Cholo's got to get the ball movement going, Byron, because Thatcher is collapsing to the corners. Here's a shot that goes up for Wilson. It's no good. Rebound Thatcher.
Something this year that was added, and I'm sure through your broadcast it's been mentioned before, but here tonight is my first high school game. They have a shot clock. First time, like you're saying, you've got to get a shot off now within 35 seconds.
You're new at this, Byron. You're a rookie now. Here comes a beautiful pivot move inside, and the first points of the game for Aubrey Wilson for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice job by Aubrey right there, getting the ball down low, using the pivot foot and getting the position to get that deuce.
Mackenzie Sweet with a bucket, and after she makes that quick shot, timeout taken by the Sholo Lady Cougars. So a timeout for us as well. Stand by. This is Northland basketball right here at the Sports Zone. The playoffs underway.
Ace Hardware of the White Mountains is always there, always ready to meet your cold weather needs. Keep your pathway clear with snow shovels and ice melt. Keep the kids entertained with a variety of snow sleds. Keep the family warm and toasty with bundles of firewood. Keep the grill or stove piping hot with propane at their Pine Top and Overguard stores. And keep the horses fed with alfalfa and Bermuda hay. The cold weather cannot stop the team at Ace Hardware, so visit them today. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overguard.
11-4, our score here in the first quarter. 2:50 on the clock. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the opening period. And Cholo out to a great start in this 3A State Girls playoff game. The winner of this is going to head to a quarterfinal playoff game on Monday in Prescott Valley. What a great job by Cholo, Byron, to win the East for the first time in 37 years, to earn themselves a number 6 seed for the playoffs here, get a first-round bye, and then host, even though it's not at Cholo High School, host a playoff game. What a great year they've had. Raquel Wilson drops one in, her first points of the game for Cholo. And this great start to the game, mimicking a great season for the team. They're up by 9.
Yeah, nice job right there by Wilson. The Eagles switched from the zone to man, and Wilson just took advantage of her speed on the defender and took her to the hoop and got the easy bucket.
Raquel Wilson, the rebound off a miss by Haley Nicholas of Thatcher. And so Sholo goes right back to work. And look at Aubrey Wilson muscling her way inside. And she just pushed Ashlyn Thompson right back toward the basket to get the shot.
Hey, she just said, look, I got the ball down low. Get out of my way.
And there's a big answer on the other end. Haley Nicholas gets her first bucket of the game. That's a big Thatcher three-point make. Right now, 15-7. Sholo in front, and the Cougars will bring it into front court. This is Mackenzie Coolish. Off to Aubrey Wilson. Backdoor cut to Raquel. Shot's good, and the foul. What a play by Sholo.
Great job right there by the Sholo Cougars. Again, it's man-to-man pressure. They bring the ball up court. They run a little screen behind the basket there. Wide open, are they? And they get the and-one situation for Wilson.
Byron, just feel like Sholo is a step or two ahead of Thatcher in this entire first period so far.
I feel like that they've been the aggressor from the very tip. They have just outplayed and out-hustled the Thatcher Eagles here in this first quarter, causing havoc with the defense, causing turnovers, easy buckets for them, and getting all the momentum.
So Wilson missed the foul shot. Rebound, Thatcher. They've got the basketball in the corner. And now it's tipped and stolen. That's going to be Boyce into the game. That's Jordan Boyce making the play defensively. Sholo won't be able to cash it in and give it back the other direction. Nicholas drives, runs right into Grace Moore. That'll be a foul on Sholo. The first of the game on Grace.
Fortunate for the Eagles right there that there was a little body movement by the Cougars, because otherwise she was out of control. She just ended up running into the player, didn't even know she did. So foul on the Cougars, fortunately for the Eagles.
Well, the first shot is off the mark. This is Haley Nicholas at the line. Haley's going to make the second. So our score stands at 17-8 with 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3A state playoff basketball. Win this one, keep on playing. If you lose this one, the season is over, like it has been for so many teams, including last night. We covered a game, Snowflake hosting Sholo in a boys playoff game, and Snowflake got that win. Sholo season is officially now over. Alex Swanson at the top, drives, another great play, great move by Alex. Give her the bucket.
I don't know if she's a lefty or not, but she's doing a great job with that left-handed shot. She is a lefty, and I think the defender is not used to that, as she's doing a terrific job with that underneath basket, getting it wide open and hitting it.
And the Cougars are going to get maybe the last chance here of the first period. This technically home playoff game for Sholo. And they're going to bring it up now. 8 seconds on the clock. Alex Swanson dribbles to the right angle. Swanson will drive and throw it up on the run. That's no good. Rebound. And not enough time to get a shot from that distance away by the Thatcher Eagles. But what a brilliant start in this one for the Sholo Lady Cougars. They are going to take a 19-8 lead over Thatcher into the second quarter when we return with more playoff basketball, Northland basketball, right here at the Sports Zone. Stand by, everybody.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-6854.
Don't miss out on the incredible savings going on now at Cellular One. Tribal land residents who are enrolled in government assistance programs can now take advantage of our free Cellular One ACP plan. This ACP plan includes 60 gigabytes of LTE data for use as a hotspot every month in addition to unlimited data. The ACP plan is available to those on programs like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, and Medicaid. Visit any Cellular One store today to claim your free ACP plan. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
Jump ball to start the second quarter. Welcome back into Northland basketball, everybody. Floyd Simmons along with B Squared, Byron Brown on this playoff basketball coverage at the Sports Zone. What a great first quarter for Sholo. They lead 18-9. They give the basketball up to here to start the second quarter, and they'll drop into their 2-3 zone with Mackenzie Coolish and Addison Cotterman starting the second quarter out in those guard positions. Thatcher to the high post. This is Ashlyn Thompson. She took that extra step. And that'll be a turnover back to Sholo.
Indecisiveness right there by the Thatcher Eagles. Ashley Thompson, she got the ball in the middle. All she had to do was really turn and look at the basket and then make a decision, but she never really did turn to the basket, had her back turned, tried to dribble, picked it up, trying to figure out what she wanted to do, traveled by the time she figured it out.
And we'll get an offensive foul on Sholo. Amberlyn Lindsay has come into the game, and Amberlyn is definitely one of the more aggressive players on this roster. And she picks up her first foul just like that. So Lindsay is out there with Addison Cotterman joining three of the original starters, Sadie Hall, Grace Moore, and Mackenzie Coolish. And we watch a second chance basket. Good for Thatcher, and then a Sholo foul. And it was Lindsay again fouling Macy Carter. Carter headed to the foul line, so just a quick 2 fouls for Amberlyn Lindsay. And Macy will have a chance here in the second quarter to get some more scoring going for her team.
Nice job by Carter right there on that missed three-pointer, having the backside rebounding position so that when she got the ball, got the rebound, she was able to put it back up and get to the free throw line. Unfortunately, she missed it.
So under 7 minutes now on the clock in the second quarter. Sholo 19, Thatcher 10. And Byron, I'm going to ask Derek to get a real quick shot of the scoreboard, okay? Get a shot of the scoreboard. This is a home game for Sholo, the Sholo Cougars. And look at that. They have to use the designation as the Jackets in this game. Sholo is the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Kind of, sort of, just for this game, okay? That's got to hurt a little bit, right? If you're a Sholo fan, a Sholo faithful?
Absolutely, it does.
Just a bit.
It does to a degree that it says Jackets, but not to the degree that, hey, you're in the state playoffs and they're not.
That's the other thing, right? Both the Yellow Jacket girls are out, as are the Yellow Jacket boys. They're both out of the playoffs, so Sholo's got that bit of satisfaction, like you said, Byron. Mackenzie Sweet at the line for Thatcher, and she makes the first. The second is off the mark. Our score stands at Sholo 19, Thatcher 11. Second quarter action here. Northland basketball. And look at that nice give and go. Can Raquel complete the transaction? Not so much, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. Thatcher will get it back. Good looking play design, Byron, but they just could not quite execute.
Yeah, nice job right there by the two Cougar players of backdoor. Just couldn't quite get it. One thing to look at, Floyd, here going into the second quarter, the Sholo Cougars already have 17 fouls, so every foul puts the Eagles at the line and stops the clock.
And the Eagles themselves, only 1 foul so far in this first half. They are trailing by 8. Ashlyn Thompson with the basketball. Trouble on good defense by Raquel Wilson. By the way, that little give and go action a moment ago, Byron, Raquel Wilson, Aubrey Wilson, those are sisters, you know.
I figured it looked like it. I just didn't want to make that assumption.
They are sisters, and they transferred in before the season here to Sholo from St. John's. And so there they are, 2 key players, 2 key members of this great Sholo team this season. They have certainly contributed big to the season Sholo has been able to put together. The Cougars, if you look at the Cougars' overall record as it is listed by the AIA, remember they do not count tournament games, as we watch Aubrey Wilson slap it away from from Mackenzie Sweet, who then ends up traveling. Great defense by Aubrey, the good pressure there. Sholo won the 3A East with an overall 14-5 record. I'll give you the record that includes tournament play here in a little bit, but 14-5 overall for the Sholo Cougars. The Thatcher Lady Eagles finished second in the 3A South, right behind Push Ridge. They both had equal season records at 15-3. Thatcher had one loss on their record, Byron, in the region. They were 7-1. Push Ridge was 7-0. They played one fewer game, but because they didn't lose, they ended up winning the region title.
How is that fair? How is that? Like, because one game, either got didn't play or whatever, but you still got to make it up. You can't just do that.
One would think, right? One would think. There were teams that played 8 games in the 3A South. There were teams that played 7 games. So you're welcome to figure it out. Here's a shot from the corner on the inbound for Thatcher. That is going to be no good. And then a whistle. And then a Thatcher foul. And the lady that committed the foul, only the second foul on the team in this first half, Macy Carter picks up her first foul of the game.
Floyd, the sense I get from the Thatcher Eagles is that they like to shoot three-pointers and that they probably make a fair amount. But here tonight, you see a lot of hesitancy when they have that open shot. They seem to have it for about a half second before they shoot instead of just getting the ball, shooting. And you're seeing a lot of missed 3 points attempted by the Thatcher Eagles here tonight.
Mackenzie Sweet just committed a foul for Thatcher, so here's an inbound on the third foul. So far assessed on the Eagles in the game. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break, everybody. Here's Aubrey Wilson for the three-point try. That's going to be off the mark, and Ashlyn Thompson is there to scoop up the rebound for the Eagles. And she will take it herself all the way in. Got a little off balance and could not make the shot. Rebound Cougars. They'll push it. Raquel to the corner. Coolish for 3. That shot is good for Sholo.
There's no hesitancy by the Sholo Cougars. As soon as they get the ball, if they're open, they're shooting. Coolish with another 3.
2 in the game for Mackenzie Coolish now. Sholo's lead is 22-11. They've been in command from the very get-go of this one. That shot's going to be no good off the corner of the backboard. Alex Swanson coming out of the pack. She wants a shot. Now she wants to get it outside, and here's a foul whistled on the Eagles. So they're starting to catch up on the in the foul count now. That's Jaden Davis. That's 3 quick fouls in the last minute or so on the Eagles. That's a 4th team foul.
On that drive right there, that foul by the Eagles. Look, Swanson took it to the hoop, and you know what she did? She drew 4 green jerseys with her. They all went with her because of her driving ability.
And one of them is the one that committed the foul. How about Mackenzie Coolish again from the corner? That's her spot. I think, Byron, she's hit them all in that corner on the right side of the
She's
floor.
in fuego.
Certainly is. And there's the sister act right there. Assist for Raquel Wilson, the sophomore. Basket for Aubrey Wilson, the junior. And Sholo forces another Thatcher timeout. What a start for the Sholo Cougars team.
It's a great start for the Sholo Cougars team. And I'm just borrowing from the 19 late 80s, early 90s Nintendo when you used to play the college basketball and the guy got hot and he just turned to fire and all you heard was "En fuego."
Yeah, Dan Patrick.
Yes.
The voice
of
the video game.
And that's the Sholo Cougars here tonight. Taking it in the first half, stuck on 18, but all of a sudden, a little burst of energy provided by Kinsey Coolish, and all of a sudden it's 27 to 11.
What a start to the game for the Sholo Cougars, team that has, lived off of some good energy down the stretch, and they are poised to get themselves a trip to Prescott Valley. That would be the next stop for the Sholo Cougars. They would be on their way to the quarterfinals at the Finley Toyota Center in Prescott Valley. I want to let everybody know, Sports Zone Radio will be providing the exclusive live video coverage of all of the quarterfinals, all the girls' games, all the boys' games. The girls on Monday, 4 games there. The boys on Tuesday with 4 games. All of those games will be produced by our broadcast team for the NFHS network. And that's the only place you can find it. So you need to you need to subscribe. And I think we'll throw a link up here in a minute in the chat sections of our Facebook and YouTube channels where you can subscribe and make sure that you don't miss a minute of the live action on the NFHS network on Monday and Tuesday. The game we're doing on Saturday, tomorrow at Monument Valley, the Monument Valley boys against Ben Franklin, that we are also required to carry that game on the NFHS network. So that's just more information that might be useful to you, everybody. As Sholo turns it over out of bounds with 3:23 remaining till halftime. Till the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Sholo 27, Thatcher 11, and the Eagles will have the ball.
We talked earlier about the energy level of the Sholo Cougars, but they are being the aggressor here tonight, and especially defensively. Their hands are everywhere. Every pass they are contesting, every shot they're contesting, and you're seeing steal after steal after steal by the Cougars here in this first half.
There's a whistle, and that'll be on Aubrey Wilson. I'll tell you that Sholo coaching has done a marvelous job at motivating the girls. Be ready for this one. And there's a miss at the line. Rebound Aubrey Wilson. Off to Raquel Wilson. Sholo's got the basketball. There's the backdoor cutter. That's boys. To Grace Moore and outside now. Aubrey Wilson, reverse layup. And that won't go. Rebound, Nicholas for Thatcher. Haley Nicholas will go baseline, draw the foul, and head to the free throw line for the Eagles. The foul is on Grace Moore.
The problem is for the Eagles is they're creating foul situations on Sholo. They have 19 fouls. They've gone to the free throw line, but they have yet to cash in on these free throws. They have, I believe they're 0 from the free throw line here in the first half, between the first and second quarter.
Well, Nicholas just missed that one. Byron, they are, make that one, that's their third make.
Third make.
And they are at the line there, 3 out of 8.
Yeah. You got to do better with free throws.
3 for 8 at the line, yep. That's going to cost you if you do that in a playoff game. Aubrey Wilson will travel.
Nice defensive help right there by the Eagles. Aubrey went for the drive, and then a little reach in by the Eagles caused her to kind of stop and then hesitate and drag that pivot foot for the travel and the turnover.
27-12, that's our score with 2:25 remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report on the way in a few moments. Ashlyn Smith tried to bank one in from 3, got her own rebound and fouled on the second effort. Didn't go in. She will get 2 foul shots out of it on this foul. That is committed by Addison Cotterman.
Floyd Ashlyn Thompson of the Eagles, is that the one that's going on to Concordia? She's really got to pick it up. Sholo Cougars have done a great job of shutting her down. If she converts, I think, on this free throw, that might be her first point of the game.
It is.
Tremendous job by the Cougars of shutting her down, but she's been hesitant along with all her teammates. She has got to go for it, be a bit more of aggressive, especially if you're going to the next level.
Thompson will get a nice roll and make both of those the first time that they have made both foul shots in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's their 6th trip to the line and the first time they made them both. Addison Cotterman trapped in the corner. Try to get it away and does to Raquel. She stepped out of bounds. So Sholo is starting to come down off of that euphoric start to the game, Byron. They're starting to get a little more human out there right now. Still a big lead, but if Thatcher can take advantage of that in this final 2 minutes, they can really get this thing down maybe into single digits.
Yeah, and there's a nice pass inside. Unfortunate miss right there. Thompson back up with the rebound, no good. Fight for the rebound. There's a huge block. Somehow Thatcher still has it. Shot from three-point land, no good. I'm trying to give it to you, Floyd. There we go, break. Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, the ladies inside, they were trading opportunities with the basketball left and right, and our score here stays at 27-14. Somehow a balloon ended up on the basket. How does a balloon? Oh, now the referee, Paul Hancock, is encouraging the kid to dunk it. Don't do that because it's going to get caught in the net. Don't do that. But how in the world did a balloon, Byron, get stuck on the rim? I mean,
it was probably put there as they're battling over here for the rebound. Someone from the Thatcher bench put it up there to try to, calm down the shooting touch of the Cougars.
Maybe it's like a rabbit's foot.
Yes.
Maybe it's a little lucky charm or something. Maybe it's their lucky purple balloon. Of course, I believe that would probably be a Yellow Jacket purple balloon. This is their gym. Cotterman for three outside. That's going to be wide left. She'll get it back on the rebound and hand it off in the corner to Raquel Wilson. Out on top. Don't shoot that, McKenzie. Get to that corner. Get to the corner, McKenzie. Give it up. Get it back in the corner. She's open in the corner. Shot on the way for Wilson. It's no good, and it's knocked out of bounds. Well, Byron, they had the shot. McKenzie gave the pass up, floated to the corner, was wide open. That's the one. You got to go there with that.
Exactly.
McKenzie's had a hot start.
Yeah, she's like 3 for 3 from that spot. And as you mentioned, Floyd, there's a little lull in the offense for the Sholo Cougars here in these last few minutes, allowing Thatcher to maybe come in and get some points back, cut into this deficit.
Three-pointer on the way for the Eagles. That's going to miss for Thompson. Rebound, Sweet inside, and McKenzie couldn't make that shot, but Thatcher keeps it alive. The Eagles are pretty good on the offensive boards tonight. They haven't been able to translate that into a lot of points, and we'll get Addison Cotterman making contact on the shooter. This will be 3 foul shots for Jaden Davis. Jaden Davis to the line for the Eagles.
This is the most fight I've seen out of the Thatcher Eagles here tonight. These last couple possessions, especially on the offensive board here, getting second and third chances, opportunities for their teammates to get shots and just keep the ball alive on the offensive series, and thus ending with the 3 free throws here right now.
Well, Jaden Davis makes the first 2 out of 3, and that ended quite a drought for both teams. We've been stuck on 27-14 for quite a while. You see that miss right there. Rebound comes out to Addison Cotterman for Sholo. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. And Sholo can save it for the last shot. The shot clock was almost identical, but why save it when you got a 14-foot jump shot coming from Mackenzie Coolish? And then, is that a foul or is that a warning on Addison Cotterman? It might have been a delay of game warning.
I was going to say, I think it's a delay of game warning. Again, another great opportunity for Coolish. Got the ball wide open from 14 feet, drains it.
How about Mackenzie Coolish, 15 points in the game, and great defense. Sydney Stahl has come into the game now for Sholo. She made a great play, and she was able to force the turnover with 7 seconds. Sholo a chance here for the final shot.
Yeah, great job inside right there. Not fouling. Usually when you see players reach in like that, they get the foul.
Coolish brings it up. The runner's on the way, and that's going to be no good. But with 1.5 seconds left, McKenzie is headed to the foul line for 2 shots. That'll be Ashlyn Thompson. Byron, you hate to see that right there with just a second and a half remaining, that Ashlyn picks up what is now her second foul of the game. It's just the timing on that couldn't be worse, really.
Well,
you almost rather give up the points than to get the second foul, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, but that's just Coolish right there, forcing the issue by driving, getting a little screen, using it to her advantage, and then Ashlyn having to reach in.
Shot no good. Rebound Thatcher. First one was good. And Sholo's got a 30-16 lead as we end the first half and get you ready for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Well, I'm looking at the body language, and I'm looking at that Thatcher team over there, Byron, and they're a little shell-shocked. I'm not sure they know what hit them as they got off the bus and got the action going here tonight at Blue Ridge. And even the stuffed teddy bear right there that one of the coaches has for Thatcher, even that's not enough to kind of lift the spirits. They've really been shell-shocked by this Sholo team that came out and got things going from the very, very start. They got a big performance out of Mackenzie Coolish. 16 points here in the first half as we get you ready for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll break it down for you in just a bit. From Blue Ridge High School, which is temporarily home courts for the Shovel Lady Cougars. They can't like saying that. They can't love that a lot, but this is their home tonight, and they're taking care of Thatcher by halftime here with a 30-16 lead. Northland basketball, an exclusive presentation of the Sports Zone. Halftime report on the way.
Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at hatchtoyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
With Choice Broadband, you can now get an even better internet plan for your home. Our fastest speeds are only $49.99 per month for the first 6 months. You can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband network for our lowest price yet. Visit one of our Choice NTUA wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
When you are sick or injured, get quick access to healthcare by going to Summit Healthcare Urgent Care. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Show Low at 4951 White Mountain Road is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Snowflake is open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care is there for you when you need it most.
Happy New Year from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Just in time for our Valentine's special, we are introducing our new business partner, Cattleman's Steakhouse. Yeehaw! With every insured replacement, you can take your sweetheart out for the best prime rib on the mountain. Or choose salmon, sirloin steak, cod, pork chops, chicken, or a variety of other delicious dinners.
You are the best, honey.
And with the Valentine's special, you also get 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. And this year, you could take your Valentine to a VIP experience to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. That's right, we're giving away 2 premium VIP tickets to see George Strait, Chris Stapleton, and Little Big Town live in Phoenix, including VIP parking. Yes! Don't miss out on our best Valentine special.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
It's halftime, everybody. Halftime at Blue Ridge High School, which tonight temporarily is the home of the Show Low Lady Cougars. Show Low High School had a water break in the wrestling facility, which is adjacent to the basketball arena, and flooded the floor. There's definitely some damage, as I was told, definitely some damage in the corner near the wrestling room. But unlike the previous multiple times where Show Low's had water break problems and completely lost their floor, which did lead to some absolute total remodels of the gym. The gym is practically a new gym now. It's beautiful. But the fortunate thing is, I believe they're going to be able to save most of the floor, and they're going to actually be back in there using it again here real soon, maybe in the next week or two. So that's not going to help the basketball team any, because this is the last chance for Show Low to have a game at home. After this, it's on to the quarterfinals at Prescott Valley, and then if they should win on Monday, the Show Low Lady Cougars, and of course they've got to get past this one tonight. But if you win on Monday, you get to the Final Four. You get to the semifinals on Friday at Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix. The next day, next Saturday, is the state championship game. Welcome back in. I'm Floyd Simmons along with B Squared, Byron Brown. And from the very get-go on this one, Byron, that Lady Cougars team was ready to go.
They were right from the tip-off. They had a fast break opportunity. Did not convert on that, but after that miss, boy, did they ever. They went on a 9-0 run before Thatcher was able to score, went 9-2, went on another run, increased their lead, and then it was 19-8 at the end of the first quarter, and they extended it to 30-16 at one point, putting it to 27-11, but they sat at 27 for a while and allowed Thatcher to climb back in it with 5 points to get it into 30-16 here tonight. And you know, the Cougars are doing it on defense and on offense right here. You look at the score sheet and you think it's a two-woman show between Coolish and Swanson. But it's also their teammates. They're doing a tremendous job defensively, creating turnovers, creating steals, rebounds on the offensive side, getting a one and done, doing a tremendous job, and setting picks. When the Thatcher Eagles went from a zone to man, Show Low changed their offense, went and was setting picks, and then you have to credit the Wilson sisters for a couple great looks at backdoor opportunities there in the second quarter.
Going to have a quick look at the bracket for the boys, because, let's see, I believe we do have some boys games that are going on here across the state in the playoffs. Trying to check and see the I don't have, I don't know. I don't understand that score right there. I'm not sure what game that is, but I'm looking for, I know, but I'm looking, it's Tuba City's beating somebody, but I have no idea. Is that a boys game? Is that a girls game? I don't have the information in front of me. So we're going to try to find that one for you as quickly as we can. I don't.
Well, I'm going to say this, Floyd. Usually, typically, and I know the weather has played some havoc, but the girls played. The first round game was on Tuesday. The boys was on Wednesday. Girls is on Friday. Boys is on Saturday.
Okay, so that's a Tuba City girls game is what that is. That's a girls game. And they're playing at Borgate Catholic, and I believe it's 40-21 at halftime.
Who?
Tuba City.
Yeah.
Yeah, Borgate is the number 4 seed, Tuba City the 13 seed, and that's not the way it's playing out in that game at Borgate Catholic. And not usually the way it plays out.
I was going to say, is it that the seedings again by Max Preps that never really truly are quite there.
Well, you can question them from time to time, that's for sure. Let's get you some totals from the first half here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report as the girls come out just about ready to start the second half. The Lady Cougars are led by Mackenzie Coolish. She has hit 3 3-pointers in the first half of the game. Mackenzie has 16 points overall. Aubrey Wilson off the bench with 6 points. Raquel Wilson and Alex Swanson each have 4 points. Both of those ladies collecting their points in the first quarter. For the Thatcher Eagles, their leading scorers are Mackenzie Sweet and Haley Nicholas. They have 5 points each. And then a trio of Eagles players, Jaden Davis, Macy Carter, and Ashlyn Thompson each have 2 points in the game. And that brings us to a score of 30-16 as we wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime, get the second half underway. And that is foul number 2 whistled to start this second half. Foul number 2 on Mackenzie Sweet of the Thatcher Eagles. Sholo's got the basketball, and they'll bring it into front court. Nice pass by Raquel Wilson to Grace Moore, and Grace has the shot to start the second half scoring.
Nice inside look. Grace Moore with position on the inside. Had Sweet on her hip, turned to the hoop. Excellent pass inside by Wilson, and an easy deuce for the Cougars to start the third quarter.
You know, Sholo is so fundamentally sound on offense, Byron. They run set plays really well, and they also know, like you said, you talk about getting position, getting in a spot where you can take that entry pass and very quickly, easily give yourself the advantage at the basket. Nice job by the Lady Cougars as we get a second foul now in the second half, whistled on Thatcher. That's Jaden Davis getting called for the foul for the Eagles. That's her second foul of the game. Our score here, 32-16. Sholo in front. The runner is no good for Sadie Hall. Knocked out of bounds by Moore, and Sholo gives that up. Let me give you the 5 second half Sholo starters. They are the same as the ladies that started the game. It's Raquel Wilson, Grace Moore, Sadie Hall, Alex Swanson, and the High Point lady, Mackenzie Coolish, out here starting the second half for the Sholo Cougars. In the corner, this one on the way, and that one's going to miss everything off the shot from Jaden Davis. There's a Mackenzie Sweet drive, and Mackenzie decided to shoot in the middle of that and was able to very effectively draw the foul on Grace Moore.
Mackenzie Sweet, one of the few Thatcher Eagles here tonight that has played with some intensity, and right there got the rebound, went straight to the basket, went between 3 Cougars, and forced the foul.
2 shots for Mackenzie, and that first one is going to be off the mark. She gets a lot of airtime, doesn't she?
She does.
Hang time on that thing. That's got to really disrupt your timing if you're going in there to rebound and you're not used to it. She dips, takes her time away. That's got to be tough on the defenders. She makes it as well. Nice shot.
On that last series for the Sholo Cougars, they went to like a 1-3-1 zone right there. We'll see if they continue it, because it looked like they were giving up rebound position on that side, and that's why Thatcher was able to continue offensively.
Sholo gives it up. Thatcher with the steal, and Ashlyn Thompson into front court. She is going to get it to her teammate, who then immediately got fouled. This is Macy Carter for 2 shots. For Thatcher, and the lady that committed the foul is Raquel Wilson. That's her second of the game. Here comes Aubrey Wilson into the game, and she might be heading in that direction to replace her sister.
Well, we're seeing a much more aggressive Thatcher Eagles team here in this third quarter. They're not afraid and not as tentative as they were to begin this game. Right here, as soon as they get the ball down low, they're forcing the issue. It's either we're making the basket or you're fouling us, and we're going to the line.
32-18. Sholo the advantage. And 1 for 2 at the line, but there is Mackenzie Sweet. You talk about her intensity, Byron. She was battling for that rebound, didn't come away with it, but she refused to be denied. Sholo did get it, and a nice pass. Mackenzie Coolish the assist. Sadie Hall with the basket.
Nice job by Hall running the court, keeping it down low, getting ahead of her defender. Coolish doing what you're supposed to do, dribble with your head up, looking with your eyes to see the open player, getting it to the open player, Hall, for the easy deuce.
And there's a miss. Aubrey Wilson rebound up into front court. That's Raquel, and it's going to be off her ankle, but she does regain possession. Baseline move. I think the Thatcher fans wanted a double dribble, and that wouldn't have been the right call. The officials, I think, with the no whistle, had it right. But they're going to get Raquel Wilson with a foul anyway after Thatcher gets the basketball.
It's one of those double whammies for Raquel Wilson right there. You missed it. An easy bunny right there. and then you compound it by reaching in and getting the foul.
In the corner, shot on the way for three. That is going to be no good out there in that corner. That's Jaden Davis. She is part of the second half starting five for Thatcher. Also, Mackenzie Sweet is out there in the lineup. Macy Carter among the five. Haley Nicholas is out there. And, of course, Ashlyn Thompson, the senior who is on her way to play at Concordia University after she graduates from Thatcher High School. In the corner, Coolish faked the shot and decided to try it. Thompson was there to block that shot. It's out of bounds. One of the few times we've seen Mackenzie Coolish as an offensive weapon be stymied in any way by that Eagles defense. Great job by Thompson.
Yeah, nice job by Thompson, not being fooled. Mackenzie right there, giving her a pump fake and then taking the dribble, thinking she had room, but Thompson didn't bite on the first, and so she was right there for the block.
We will pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You're listening live and local across the Y Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio for terrestrial FM radio across much of Northeast Arizona. So we bring you back into our courtside location at Blue Ridge High School, the site of this home playoff game for Sholo High School. And we welcome you in. Floyd Simmons along with B Squared, Byron Brown. A big thank you to our sponsoring partners that helped make this possible. You saw that, well, you see Ace Hardware flashed up on your screen. Thank you to Ace Hardware for their sponsoring partnership. Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass as well. Holbrook Family Dentistry, great new partners this year of ours here at the Sports Zone. Gave away that, well, a pair of great Phoenix Suns jerseys in the last week or so of our broadcast coverage. So thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thank you to Choice MTUA Wireless as we watch that big shot go down for Haley Nicholas. What a shot. Thatcher needed it. And the Eagles are going to get to within 13 points on that make. Coolish and her pass tipped by Nicholas and taken away by Thatcher. The Eagles, Byron, starting to kind of turn the tide a little bit right now.
Well, I was going to mention that the Eagles have been playing with more energy in this third quarter, but it hasn't shown on the scoreboard because of missed free throws. But right there, that three-point shot was able to cut into deficit and finally bring the halftime deficit less than what they were starting with.
Nice ball movement by Sholo to answer on the other end, and it benefits Amberlyn Lindsay, who gets the first bucket of the game for the Lady Cougars. 36-21 is our score here. 3:53 on the clock in the third period. Northland basketball. Nice move. It wasn't the most, let's say, technically sound post move inside by Mackenzie Sweet, but Byron, she is just refusing to be denied in her opportunities. She is giving everything she's got.
She has. She's done a great job for Thatcher Eagles here tonight. They just need more effort by everybody else.
Ball goes inside to Amberlyn Lindsay, and Amberlyn is on her way to the foul line. She just got fouled by Macy Carter. That's Macy's second foul in the game. And for both teams, 3 fouls in the second half so far.
On that last basket by the Sholo Cougars. Another backdoor opportunity where they drive or get the pass and have a reverse layup. It has been there all night long for the Cougars.
Lindsay missed both foul shots for Sholo, so maybe in the second half, a reversal of fortune, where you just talked about Thatcher missing a bunch of foul shots in that first half. Certainly Sholo doesn't want to enter into that kind of a drought at the foul line. 3:07 remaining in the third period. Alex Swanson to the baseline. Cut off. And a blocking foul is going to get called on Jaden Davis. Good job by Alex. She hesitated and then kind of went back in there, and that was what got the foul drawn.
Well, again, being a lefty like she is, that's to your advantage. A lot of people are thinking you're going to go right or try to do something with your right hand, but when you're a lefty, it's all clear.
Look at that great inbound pass by Mackenzie Coolish to find Aubrey Wilson near the basket, and Aubrey, the technically sound, beautiful shot off the glass. Byron, you got to love that, the backboard.
Absolutely. Bank is open here, even at Blue Ridge Gymnasium for the Sholo Cougars.
Thompson with the shot in the paint. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by Sholo, then knocked out of bounds. I guess the Cougars last touched it out.
Yeah, they grabbed the rebound and then just kind of threw it, and it went out of bounds. Floyd, the Thatcher Eagles, they remind me of the Arizona State men's basketball team. They will shoot the three no matter what kind of percentage they have, just like the other night. They were below like 20%, but they kept shooting, and it's like you've got to create other opportunities other than the three-point shot.
Will not be shortchanged on what they came to the game for, will they? Here's a nice dribble in. That was a great job by Addison Cotterman. She had the three open, but even though the shot didn't go in from 15 feet, she went there and tried anyway. And there was Aubrey Wilson with a nice bit of movement inside for the bucket, and a 40-23 lead here for Sholo with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Thompson, trouble with the dribble. Tied up by Aubrey Wilson. What hustle, the diving effort by Aubrey. And that'll give Sholo possession of the basketball.
Yeah, Sholo just not giving up defensively. What great hustle by the Wilson sisters right there. Both of them, Aubrey on the floor, Raquel reaching in, making sure that Thompson could not get the ball away.
Inbound for the Lady Cougars, 40-23. Advantage, Sholo. The Thatcher boys team got a big playoff win as we watch Addison Cotterman. I think she got away with a little travel there, Byron.
She did.
Going to miss the shot anyway, so the net is the same. Thatcher's got the ball. And they're going to pull up on the right side for the jumper. It's no good. Toward that right corner. And then a whistle and a foul. That's going to be, well, this is going to get, this is into trouble territory now. Third foul of the game on Mackenzie Sweet. And I think she is going to be lifted. She is. Coming into the game to replace Mackenzie is Cambria Wakefield. Also a moment ago for Thatcher, Reagan Palmer has checked into their lineup. Reagan joins Wakefield, who just came on the floor. And Haley Nicholas is in that lineup right now. Ashlyn Thompson out there in the fifth for the Eagles right now is Macy Carter. Here's a backdoor pass. Oh, beautiful job. Beautiful job on the pass, first of all, to Raquel, who passed up on the shot and then found her sister cutting to the basket. Unfortunately, Aubrey could not connect on the shot.
Yeah, great job by the Cougars offensively right there, moving the ball around, finding the open player. Unfortunately, it just didn't pay off.
Just a really sound game plan today by the Lady Cougars, and they are running their offense kind of just the way they want to, Byron. Thatcher's really not doing a lot to impede that. Here's going to be a player control. No, that's a blocking foul on Amberlyn Lindsay. And Thompson is going to go to the foul line to try and complete the three-point play.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Thompson right there. Had position, the Cougars did, Lindsay did, but Thompson able to move her body, contort her body around, and so the player looking for the block, Lindsay, kind of moved into her, caused the foul. Got an and one situation for Thompson.
Lindsay now has 4 fouls, and so Amberlyn is going to check out of the game. And coming back onto the floor for Sholo is Jordan Boyce. And the foul shot is good for Thompson. So she makes it a three-point play. The difference is now 14, and we get a full timeout. And this opportunity for a commercial break. Northland basketball. It's presented by the Sports Zone, this 3A playoff basketball game for the Sholo Lady Cougars at home against Thatcher. And they lead at 40-36, or 40-26. Stand by.
You know, it happens so often we just sometimes take it for granted. It really is quite outstanding if you think about it. And now at Sholo Ford, we're excited to tell you the Ford F-Series continued to be the best-selling truck in America for the 46th consecutive year in 2022. It outsold the Chevrolet Silverado, its closest competitor, by over 140,000 trucks. It outsold the number 3 brand, the Ram Trucks, by over 185,000 trucks. In fact, there was a new F-Series truck sold every 49 seconds in 2022. Now that's a lot of trucks. At Sholo Ford, we know that does not come by accident. Ford continues to take the lead in innovation. The F-150 Lightning, Ford's electric truck, was the #1 volume electric truck. Not only that, but we think Ford builds a pretty darn good-looking truck. And I guess America agrees. The proof is in the numbers. Come check them out at Sholo Ford. We're on the east end of the Deuce. Thank you. Numbers from Detroit Free Press, January 5th, 2023.
Thatcher spent a timeout. Sholo's got the basketball. Aubrey Wilson, nice baseline move. She was able to get past Thompson and get the bucket as well for Sholo.
Yeah, nice job. First step. Got the defender the bite. Took it to the lane. Settled for a nice 5-foot jump shot. Made it.
Thompson outside. And that's going to come up short. Second chance opportunity for the Eagles. No good there. Tipped out to Boyce. Boyce is going to hit the floor. And the ball is going to be out of bounds off of Thompson.
I'll tell you right now, that could have been a foul on Thompson right there. She reached in, knocked down the ball handler. Very fortunate.
Agreed. Inside, 3 seconds on the clock. Outside, Boyce for the long jump shot. And her 17-foot try is going to be no good at the buzzer, bringing us to the end of the quarter. And a word in from Holbrook Family Dentistry. They will present opportunities for you to win at various times during our broadcast coverage of Northland basketball. And they are our newest broadcasting sponsor here in the 2022-23 season. Holbrook Family Dentistry. This is Northland basketball. It's playoff basketball. And the final 8 minutes of regulation coming up in this one. Somebody's season will end. Somebody headed to Prescott Valley. And who will it be? Sholo in command with a 16-point advantage. Stand by for the fourth quarter.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry. Back to the action. The fourth quarter getting underway, and that is going to be Ashlyn Thompson missing the first Thatcher shot of the fourth quarter. Her teammate there to help her get it, wrest the ball away, and Thatcher goes back to work with it. And a hand check foul called on. Looks like Boyce is going to get called. That is Jordan Boyce picking up her first foul of the game for the Sholo Cougars. And here comes the inbound pass from Reagan Palmer. Nope, into Reagan Palmer. Thompson threw it in, and Ashlyn will go into the paint. She is fouled. Headed to the line for Thatcher with 7:39 remaining in regulation.
Easy call right there. Reach in. Anytime you reach in and the ball goes in a different direction, a different trajectory that it's supposed to, you're going to get that call. Thompson to the line.
Ashlyn Thompson, the release, and the shot is going to be off the mark.
Floyd, the Thatcher Eagles at that beginning of the third quarter really brought the energy, but it was matched by the Sholo Cougars in that third quarter later on, and Sholo was able to add to their lead from halftime by 2.
Let me in fact break that down for you for a moment, Byron. Sholo outscored Thatcher 19-8 in the first quarter. They outscored the Eagles 11-8 in the second quarter, and in that third quarter, they outscored Thatcher 12-10. So, to your point, yes, they continued to add to a lead, even when Thatcher had their best quarter of the game. At the free throw line, ball knocked away, and Raquel Wilson comes up with it for the Lady Cougars, taking it away from Macy Carter. And Sholo's going to get a whole line change coming up here in a moment. Going to get 4 new ladies on the floor here as we watch Wilson drive and get tied up. Jump ball. That'll be Sholo's basketball, I believe.
Well, we're going to use a hockey term, and here's a whole line change coming over the wall for the Sholo Cougars.
Yeah. The only thing missing are the helmets, the skates,
and some teeth.
And they got too many teeth. Too many teeth for a hockey game. So let's see. Sholo brought Sadie Hall back into the game. Here's Mackenzie Coolish on the floor, Alex Swanson, and Grace Moore. And Raquel Wilson was the only member of the Cougar team that remained on the floor. Swanson, nice pass to Raquel, who took multiple steps. But I guess because the defender got a hand on the ball, the officials let it play through, and Thatcher got the basketball. So in the end, it's a good no whistle. There's a three. Well, Haley Nicholas, that's her third three of the game. Can she and her teammates make it back from 12 down? Byron, there's a lot of time for Thatcher here. Left in the game, 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of time, but the Cougars brought in reinforcements here. Players that were able to get on the bench, get a rest, brought them back in.
And they're going to turn it over. So Sholo gives it right back to the Thatcher Lady Eagles. This Eagles program is always a challenger. And I do believe that last year they got to the state championship game. Here's one on the way. That shot is good! Another three, back-to-back threes for Haley Nicholas. She's got 4 in the game, and Thatcher has forced a Sholo timeout.
I think all 4 of her threes are from the same spot, either side of the court, top of the key. You have to get a defender. Sholo's a 2-3 zone. They don't have someone up top. Nice job right there by Thatcher, throwing to the wing, getting it back to Nichols, who was wide open, and drains it.
Take a look again. I believe we're going to get another. We just saw one of her threes here in the second half. Here she is again. Take the pass outside. The defender tried to get there, but not quickly enough. Kulish couldn't close the ground. And that is 4 threes in the game now for Haley Nicholas as she and her teammates get it to under 10 points. It's a 42-33 lead right now for Sholo, but the Cougars have got to find their offense again.
I believe this is the first time since it was 9-2 that this lead has been cut under double digits, and that was in the first quarter.
Cougars have it, and they get it to Raquel Wilson at the top. Alex Swanson to Grace Moore, and Grace took the extra step. Sholo gives it up again.
Grace thought she had no defender on there, thought she was going to have it open, was surprised when a defender came, and that's why she shuffled her feet.
5 minutes and 40 seconds left in regulation. There's that three again, this time from the angle. Nicholas, how did she get open, Byron? You got to ask yourself. Shot missed. Rebound, Grace Moore. Sholo's got it back. But Thompson luckily avoided a foul just now. Way out on top. This is Alex Swanson. And I've got the basketball. Next time I get my hands on a ball like that, I'm shooting.
Go for it.
I'm shooting.
Do it.
I might get a technical called on me, but I'm going to shoot. Here's a shot from Kulish in the corner. That's not her corner. Her corner is the right corner. She shot it from the left side this time. It was off. Sholo gave it back to Thatcher.
Well, it's just like Natalie right there. She took from the angle the three, didn't make it. She's got to be at the top of the key.
Thatcher has outscored Sholo 7-0 here in the fourth quarter. And, of course, it's Haley Nicholas with the 2 big three-point baskets that have been the big chunk of that. Thompson to the corner. And contact between Alex Swanson and the dribbler, Jaden Davis. Sholo gets it. Swanson missed it. Boy, I tell you, there is a cover on the basket for Sholo right now. They can't get anything to go, and now we get a foul called on Grace Moore. That's her 4th of the game.
Yeah, that was nice defensive play by Swanson out there, getting the turnover. But she's got to have her eyes up. She had number 21 for the Sholo Cougars. I believe that's Grace Moore. She had her open underneath, but she decided to take it herself, unable to get the basket. And then comes back, and there's a foul, sending Thatcher to the line.
And the lady at the free throw line is Mackenzie Sweet. She's got a bit of an unusual kind of a double clutch on her foul shot. Right there it is, right? And the shot is off on the 1-and-1. So Sholo gets a break on that. But the Cougars have got to get the offense reignited. And the reason they've got to is because they've got a shot clock. Alex Swanson Almost gave it up. Good effort. Boy, what great defense by Ashlyn Thompson. Great effort. Just couldn't quite come up with it. Inbound to Raquel Wilson. Swing it around to the corner. That's Mackenzie Coolish. That is her spot in the right corner. She's got to stay over there.
You called it, and they ran a play to get her open on that spot, and she drains the three.
It's a three-point shooting contest between her and Thatcher's Haley Nicholas. They each have 4 threes now made in the game. Thompson back outside. That's Reagan Palmer, and we get a push foul on Sholo. I believe that is Swanson, and it is Alex Swanson's second foul of the game. Team foul number 7, nope, number 8 on the Sholo Cougars. So this is a 1-and-1 for Mackenzie Sweet.
Well, Sweet's got to start converting these free throws. She hasn't been doing too well at the free throw line. She just missed her first 1-and-1 situation.
Mackenzie's got 8 points in the game. Thanks to all those 3, Haley Nicholas leads the scoring right now for the Thatcher Eagles, wearing that Thatcher version of green. Byron, do you know the official color of that? What that color is called? The green that Thatcher wears?
I have no idea.
Well, the other side, Sholo, right? It's a darker green. It is forest green, right?
Yep.
The green for Thatcher, and they will point it out to you every time they play the Sholo Cougars, okay? Like they did in football in the semifinals. I'm talking to their football coaching staff, who were not all of them, but a couple of key guys, the head coach and his brother, were originally Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, right? So wearing green, that doesn't really seem to go into their color wheel very easily. And I said, yeah, guys, how hard is it to wear the green? They go, hey, it's Kelly green. It's not forest green like Sholo, it's Kelly green.
It's the Irish green. Oh,
yeah.
Kelly green.
That's right. And that's going to be, by the way, the third foul of the game on Ashlyn Thompson now. Coolish looking to throw it in for Sholo. She gets it in the corner to Amberlyn Lindsay. Grace Moore in the low blocks. And she is fouled, and I believe that was Thompson on the help defense that got her.
Yes, it was. It was Thompson.
By the way, that's the 4th foul of the game now, Byron. 3:41 remaining. Now Thompson, for all intents and purposes, cannot play defense from this point on. You know, you like the help defense, but you can't get too sloppy out there, Byron. In that situation.
You can't, but unfortunately for Thatcher, she has not really been the big piece offensively. Again, credit the Sholo defense for that.
So Grace made neither of those foul shots. The score here is 45-34. Boy, it feels like Sholo is just hanging on right now, Byron. They got the nice lead, 11 points, but with 3:40 remaining, that can go by the wayside in a hurry. They've got to find a way to get a couple of buckets in these final moments. Mackenzie Sweet, and she is going to run into Sadie Hall. No, it's an offensive foul. Hold on a second. That was Mackenzie with the ball, but they called number 21.
Yeah, that was a block, moving pick.
Well, he just said player control.
Well, either one, however you want to call it.
Okay, we'll look at the...
I mean, she was trying to set a pick, and she moved into the defender. So if that's player control, then that's fine. I know the technical term. I don't think it's called moving pick.
Takeaway for Thatcher and a travel by Mackenzie Sweet. Good effort. And Mackenzie trying to come to a jump stop, just could not keep that back foot planted.
Well, she's got to remember, she's a big, not a guard. Don't try to go down 1-on-4 situation in that. Just hold the ball, find your guards.
Move the ball without the dribble. 3:03 remaining, 4th quarter. Sholo, the designated home team in this with the higher seed, but playing the game at Blue Ridge. And Sholo unable to get points out of that possession. The Sholo Cougars have scored 3 points in the 4th quarter. That is it. There was that Coolish three-pointer about 2 minutes of clock time ago. Inside, Grace Moore. Outside, Coolish for three. That one is going to clank off no good. Rebound, Thatcher.
2.5 minutes right now. Gut check for both teams.
Thatcher's outscored Sholo 8-3, and they're going to get another chance here at the foul line. When I say 8-3, I mean in the fourth quarter. Sadie Hall called for her first foul of the game.
Again, Thatcher in a hurry. They're trying to force the issue, get to the free throw line.
The lady at the line is an outstanding shooter. We've figured that out today. Haley Nicholas makes the foul shot. She is 3 out of 5 from the line in the game. But more importantly, she has made 4 3-point baskets. Rebound, Mackenzie Coolish off that miss. 10-point game, 45-35. Sholo trying to advance. The higher seed in this one, number 6 seeded Sholo against number 11 Thatcher in this playoff game. They played in the regular season. Thatcher beat Sholo in Thatcher. 52-45 was that score. Wilson, no good on the shot attempt, saved by Alex Swanson. Outside, Coolish, and she is going to bring it back outside. They got to restart on the shot clock, yes.
Smart move.
Tipped out, Thatcher touched it. Mackenzie Sweet got a hand on it. Sholo will get the inbound with 22 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, key rebound right there by Swanson. Able to snag the rebound and then bring it back out and take more time off the clock.
Inbound for the Cougars. 15 seconds on the shot clock and 1:38 remaining in regulation. Sholo trying to hang on. If they can get this, Byron, about the 50-second mark, it's going to be over if they've got a double-digits lead. But Thatcher does take it away. Downtown, Nicholas couldn't hit that shot. Rebound, Wilson. Aubrey had it for a moment, and Aubrey got fouled.
Now, if you're Thatcher Eagles, you got to start thinking about fouling the Cougars, trying to kill the clock and see how well the Cougars do. And I will tell you this, the Eagles, when they look at this game overall, besides the lack of energy to start this game, it's been won or lost for them at the free throw line. Lots of misses at the free throw line.
45-35 our score here with 1:19 remaining in the fourth quarter of this playoff game. Sholo hanging on to the lead. Stand by, Northland basketball presented by the Sports Zone, and the Sports Zone Radio player of the game is going to be brought to you at the end of the game by White Mountain Regional Medical Center.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Back to the action. And the timeout situation is this. Sholo's got 2 timeouts remaining. Thatcher has 1 timeout left. And a mini miracle right now with 1:19 is what it would take for Thatcher to win the game. These foul shots, or at least the first one here, is huge. And that make right now by Aubrey Wilson, monumental for the Sholo Cougars. She's got 13 points in the game.
Yeah, these free throws, you just want to keep them. Obviously, you want to get the points in for them, but you want to keep the possessions up. Now it's a 4-possession game.
How about that make right there by Aubrey Wilson? 2 clutch pressure foul shots made by Wilson, and then a turnover. Nicholas travels for the Eagles, and Sholo is getting closer and closer to a trip to Prescott Valley. Amberlyn Lindsay gets it into Aubrey Wilson, fouled in backcourt quickly and had to foul. That's Macy Carter's 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, now we're going to start seeing the fouls go up on the Thatcher Eagles, but they're going to have to foul. I mean, whether you have 4 fouls or not, you're going to have to foul to try to continue this game if you're the Thatcher Eagles.
Well, the winner of this game is going to face the winner of the Yuma Catholic and Page game. Yuma Catholic is the number 3 seed, Page the number 14 seed. She missed them both, didn't she?
She did, but a huge rebound right there by Hall of the Cougars.
Big time. Alex Swanson, exactly 1 minute now left in the game. Aubrey Wilson outside. Thatcher trying to chase the basketball, and there is a hand check foul that will again send Aubrey Wilson to the line for 2 foul shots for the Cougars with 54.8 seconds remaining.
Big offensive rebounds for the Cougars here tonight by Swanson earlier, about 40 seconds ago, and right there on the missed free throw was Sadie Hall that allows the Cougars to kill more time off the clock.
Well, let's see. There's some loose metal on that basket because it clanks. When you hit it and you don't make the shot, it clanks. And both shots missed. Wow, that's 4 misses in a row by Aubrey Wilson in these final moments. And a big shot by Thompson. Ashlyn Thompson with the big 3 for Thatcher. And we've got it back to a 9-point game with 39 seconds remaining.
Now she just fouled out of the game.
And there's at least 2 fouls previous to that, Byron, that you could take back easily that she shouldn't have committed. They should still have her services right now, but, in the course of a game, sometimes those fouls, you hate to commit them. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. So right now it's a 3-possession game. Coolish, if she just gets 1, puts it into a 4-possession game.
You are, of course, making the assumption they're all 3s, right?
Correct.
That one will clank off. The shot is no good. And that one is also no good. Boy, Sholo had a chance to really put this thing away at the line, and they've been unable. Aubrey Wilson will get another chance right here. We'll see if she can finally get something going. Macy Carter has fouled out of the game.
Well, it has been the offensive rebounds by the Sholo Cougars. Lack of boxing help by the Thatcher Eagles that have allowed the Cougars to come in and grab these boards off of missed free throws and to create more opportunities to get to the free throw line and take time out.
Well, it took a little while, but the officials finally came around to the realization that Macy Carter is fouled out of the game, so there she goes. She is going to leave the floor and replaced in this one by Kelly O'Connell. And this one is, I was going to say this one, I was about to pronounce this one, Byron. I was about to call it. But no. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with that basket, but Cholo finally, after missing 7 free throws in a row at that spot, Byron, they finally make a foul shot right there, and it's a 10-point game again. 30 seconds left.
4 possession.
Big shot downtown. And Nicholas could not connect on that one. Haley's shot off the mark and an intentional foul committed. So not only is that going to be 2 shots for Sholo, but it's also going to be an inbound for the Cougars. Mackenzie Sweet has picked up her 4th foul of the game.
I'm not sure if I agree on the intentional foul, because on a miss you're going to foul. You already know they're going to foul one way or the other. I'm not sure on that one. But it's a 10-point game with 24.8 seconds left. I think this game, as you say, is called.
I mean, I think so, right? 24.8 seconds, and you've got a couple of key players, a couple of starters have fouled out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I know what's going to happen if they have when the next practice they have. It's going to be the free throw drill where you're at the free throw line. If you miss, everybody runs. Come back, shoot another one, because they have really, this game could be out. Has been done with about a minute and a half ago, but because of missed free throws.
Well, Byron, I think that your high school coach must have been a caveman. Here's the inbound, and that shot rolls off. I think it's the basket, Byron. It's a carnival basket or something over there. Nothing will go in. And there's Aubrey Wilson slapping down the pass from O'Connell. Now 15 seconds left. Sholo's about to advance. It's going to be a celebration on here for the Sholo Lady Cougars. When was the last time they got to the quarterfinals? Well, I guess it was last year. Shot blocked by Aubrey. 6 seconds left. Rebound Coolish. Don't even have to get it into front court. Coolish just dribble it up. There's the game. Sholo advances to the state quarterfinals.
Big win by the Sholo Cougars here tonight over the Thatcher Eagles. Great job by the Cougars, matching the intensity by the Thatcher Eagles here in the second half to come away with a victory.
Great performance tonight by the Lady Cougars. They were led in scoring by Mackenzie Coolish with 19 points. Aubrey Wilson had 16 in the game, and I do believe that Mackenzie is going to be the odds-on favorite, but we'll take a quick tally among our production team for the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game. Who do you got back there, young Noah Anderson, the technical director? Who do you got? He's got Coolish. How about you, B-Square, Byron Brown? What do you think? Who you got for the Sports Zone Radio? You're going to check the numbers?
I got to check the numbers.
What do you got there, camera guy, producer Derek? Derek Simmons? Yep. We got another vote for Mackenzie Coolish right there. Yeah. And Byron, I'm just going to go ahead and cast my vote while we're waiting for you to take your time.
My vote doesn't matter, so
it doesn't anymore.
I know.
Okay? Because we got 3.
But I'm going to say right now that I agree with Mackenzie Coolish, but also I want to give props to Aubrey Wilson. Tremendous job here tonight also for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Aubrey contributed 16 points in a second-round playoff victory for the Sholo Lady Cougars. They had to come to Blue Ridge to get it, and they beat the Thatcher Eagles 49-38. Sholo is going to advance next up for the Cougars in the playoffs. They will play either Yuma Catholic or Page. Yuma Catholic or Page. We may even know before this night is through, our broadcast is done, who the opponent is going to be. Byron, I'll take that headset real quick if you don't mind. We'll throw that on this young lady right here. There it is. Come forward. We'll do that right there. All right. Ready to go? Welcome in, everybody, to Blue Ridge High School for a Sholo Lady Cougars home playoff game. Welcome in and a celebration for the Sholo Lady Cougars. Not only did the Cougars win the 3A East Region title for the first time in 37 years this year, not only did they get a first-round playoff bye, but they also have advanced to the state quarterfinals with a victory over a team that already beat them once this year, the Thatcher Eagles. Nice vengeance for Sholo. They will advance to the next round of the playoffs after tonight's big victory, 49-38, the final score tonight. A victory for the Sholo Lady Cougars. Let's talk to the Sports Zone Radio player of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. That smiling face right there belongs to Mackenzie Coolish. Mackenzie, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've got to feel great right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Amazing win for you and the ladies. How about this? How about the atmosphere in a gym you didn't expect to play this game in, but you had to. So you came up and you beat a team that's already beat you once this year. What was the thought line like with you and the ladies coming into the game? Was there any doubt about what you could do tonight?
No, not at all.
Just no doubt.
Yeah, we really are gelling now that it's the end and
yeah,
playing well together.
What were the conversations like between you and the ladies before the game?
Oh, man. Just play as a family, defense, and we're in this for the long run.
How do you account for the start to the game tonight? Because just from the beginning of the game, right from the get-go, you guys were just playing great basketball right from the start. What was it? Was there a great motivational speech before the game by Coach Francis, or was there some team meeting or discussions? What was it that went into the start tonight?
Coach read us this, I can't remember what it was, but it was something about climbing a rope or holding onto that rope, and we're all doing it together, and yeah.
Let me ask you about your spot on the floor. Tonight, it was the right corner of the floor. You made all 4 of your three-point baskets that you made. You scored 19 points. I don't know if you know that or not. You hit 4 three-pointers in the course of this game tonight, Mackenzie, and you made all 3 of them from the same spot in the right corner of the floor. You couldn't miss out there. Talk about your stroke, your shot tonight, because you were sure hitting them.
Oh, I don't even know. I was just letting them fly. I told myself they were going to go in. So.
Yeah, you just willed them in there, didn't you?
Yep.
Well, that was a great job, Mackenzie. Congratulations. We're proud of you. You're the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game, and you get to play in Prescott Valley on Monday. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
We're going to see you there, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Mackenzie Coolish, the Sports Zone Radio player of the game. It's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. speechless, really. Stunned, I'm sure, and a trip to the quarterfinals on the way for that young lady and her teammates as they get the win here tonight. Let's talk now to the Victoria's head coach, Christy Francis. The Sports Zone Radio, start that over again. Northland basketball here at Sports Zone Radio, everybody. Our coverage presented by some outstanding sponsoring partners like Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Want to thank them for their partnership here at Sports Zone. Thank you as well to Sholo Ford, and let's talk to the head coach of the Sholo Lady Cougars. She engineered a really tremendous game plan today and getting a victory over an outstanding Thatcher Lady Eagles team. This is Christy Francis. Coach Francis, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Congratulations. What a win.
Yeah, it's exciting. Hey, before I answer any questions, if I could just thank Blue Ridge for allowing us to play here and getting us in last night, and shout out to my family and friends that are watching everywhere around the U.S. We're just super excited to be in this position, and we're looking forward to Monday.
Coach, I'll begin with this. First time in 37 years that the Sholo Lady Cougars have won a region title. You did that this year by getting a last-second win over the Winslow Bulldogs, and that's what gives you the first-round bye. That's what puts you here tonight. That's what gets you one step closer to maybe a state championship appearance coming up.
Yeah, Winslow game was crazy, but I felt like we beat a really good team that night, and it gave us a little more confidence and a little momentum. And, we knew it was going to be a tough game coming in to play Thatcher. They beat us earlier in the year. We took them out in state last year, so there was some depth of rivalry there, and they didn't let up, right? It was we made it a close game.
Coach Francis, this team you played tonight, Thatcher, this is no pushover team. They finished second in the 3A South. Tough conference, tough region. That's a good basketball team, and they've already beaten you once this year. What did it take? What did you tell the ladies would be required to get a win tonight?
I told them the difference would be rebounding. And I don't know if we out-rebounded them in the first half. I feel like we did in the second. And then I also said free throws, but no, we fell a little short there tonight.
Down the stretch, you couldn't hit a free throw, couldn't buy a free throw, but the good news was you already had a big lead at that point. Yeah. Coach Francis, Christy Francis, the Sholo Cougars. Well, Coach, the energy is amazing around this program. It really is. And I want to say this. I watched your team play throughout this game. I thought overall that was the most disciplined and the best execution on offense I've seen any basketball team put up this year in any game. Your team was running great set plays. They were executing exactly, I'm sure, like you drew them up and you practiced and worked on them in practice. Your ladies really executed your offense to perfection today, I thought.
Yeah, I called a timeout at one point and I said, this isn't the time to improvise. Our plays are working. Let's continue to stick with what's working, right? And I was really proud of them. And I'm glad you used the word discipline, because that's something that I try to pride myself on. Helping them to understand is really important, especially at this phase in state.
Well, Coach, your team looks like they're ready to do something special, and I'm sure the confidence will be there on Monday. Are you ready for a trip to Prescott Valley?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I appreciate you, sir.
We're going to see you there, Coach. Congratulations
Sounds good.
tonight.
Thanks so much.
Christy Francis is the head coach of the Sholo Lady Cougars. She helps engineer a big win tonight for Sholo. They come up with a 49-38 victory here on our broadcast of Northland basketball, the second-round playoffs for the 3A State Girls bracket, and Sholo's going to advance. Remember, Sholo will play the winner of Yuma Catholic or Page, whoever wins that game. Yuma Catholic, the much higher-ranked team, but Page Lady Sand Devils, I promise you, they are not the difference in the ranking is certainly not something that is accurate. I bring Byron Brown back in. Byron, how about this nice win for Sholo?
Hey, what a great win for Sholo. They go on, move on to Prescott Valley, get to the quarterfinals, and to build on the season that you've had. As you said, as we mentioned before throughout the broadcast, your first conference title in 37 years, and then to come out and defeat a perennial playoff team, the Thatcher Eagles, in your first game in the state playoffs, but it's the second round because of the bye. I mean, what a great way to just continue to build toward that eventual goal of the state championship here tonight. You saw some things working. You saw that obviously after the first game where they traveled to Thatcher and played Thatcher at Thatcher, and lost, obviously made some adjustments in their style and how they played defense and who they were going to guard. and they were able to use that adjustments plus add the energy that they really came out with, and you came out with a victory here tonight by 11 points.
Well, Byron, we're getting a report that the Snowflake Lady Lobos have picked up a victory over the top-ranked team in the state, American Leadership Academy. We can't confirm that exactly yet, but that is a report we have. What a stunning win that would be for the Lady Lobos, and that would get them a trip to Prescott Valley.
Well, and I think with the Lobos, if that is correct, with the win, and I'm not sure where Winslow Bulldogs is. I don't know if they advanced past the first round or not. But that just shows you what type of team this is for the Cougars to win the 3A East title, because for so long it has been dominated by the Winslow Bulldogs, the Lady Bulldogs, and the Lady Lobos. And for the Lady Cougars to come out on top, it just shows how difficult it is, and what a division, what a conference the 3A East is. And to be able to come out on top, you've got game. And here tonight they proved it with a win over Thatcher by 49-38.
Yeah, we do have some finals that we know of, okay? The Alchesay Lady Falcons have beaten Wickenburg tonight. That was in White River. Final score 67-30. So Alchesay advances, and the Falcons on Monday will be playing against either Snowflake or Gilbert Christian, not American Leadership Academy. My apology on that. Gilbert Christian is the top-ranked team in the state, and Byron, Gilbert Christian is they've had an amazing season. Let me give you an idea on that. They're undefeated. Gilbert Christian is. Let's take a look at it. They've played an 18-0 regular season record in games that count for the AIA. I'm not sure about the tournament games they played, but 18-0. They were 8-0 in their region, the 3A South Central. Just dominant, a big team, big lineup, and if Snowflake has indeed pulled off that upset, that means that the 3A state tournament is wide open for anybody and everybody that gets to Prescott Valley, I think.
That it is. That it is right there. And as I see you scrolling, like, Winslow did win their first round game, so they moved on to play Window Rock. But again, you look at the 3A East teams, Snowflake, Winslow, Sholo, all advancing to the second round, and Sholo had the bye. But three of your teams making it to the second round, and possibly maybe 2 or 3 moving on to the quarterfinals. What a tough conference it is.
Let me give you some other finals. We don't know yet between Window Rock and Winslow. That game being played tonight at the Fighting Scouts Event Center in Window Rock. We do know that, of course, Sholo has defeated Thatcher 49-38. Sholo plays either Yuma Catholic or Page on Monday. The Chinle Lady Wildcats absolutely dispatched Push Ridge. Push Ridge, a good team that beat Winslow not long ago at Winslow. Push Ridge was highly regarded, and Chinle beat them 61-35. So Chinle is advanced, and they will play the number 2 team in the state, Monument Valley. A rematch between Monument Valley and Chinle, who have played each other 3 times this season. Okay, and they're going to play again. They'll play in the quarterfinals. Monument Valley has defeated Valley Christian to get to this rematch with Chinle. Final score, Monument Valley 71, Valley Christian 37. So it's MV against Chinle on Monday. We still don't know who Sholo is going to play, but it's going to be either Page or Yuma Catholic. Will it be Window Rock or Winslow? We don't know. We do know that Alchesay has defeated Wickenburg to advance in the girls' playoffs to the quarterfinals, and they're going to play either Snowflake or Gilbert Christian. We're still waiting to find out if indeed Snowflake did defeat the number 1 ranked team in the state. What an upset for Snowflake that would be if that's the case. We're going to hang on just a couple of minutes longer here to determine whether or not that is indeed the outcome. As I look on at least one website with some scores, that one is still listed as in progress. So is the Window Rock Winslow game listed as in progress. Page and Yuma Catholic listed as in progress, but so is this one. This one, Sholo Thatcher's listed as in progress, and we know that this one hasn't been going on for 15 minutes or something close to that.
Right, and we gave that Tuba City score a little earlier during the game, but Tuba City victorious here tonight, 68-52.
Tuba City does advance. That is, after they beat Brigade Catholic, they will play either Window Rock or Winslow. So, as is pretty customary, every game that we'll cover on Monday in the girls 3A quarterfinals, and we will have on the NFHS network, our broadcast team will have the exclusive live video from Prescott Valley both on Monday and Tuesday. Monday the girls, Tuesday the boys for the quarterfinals. Every one of those 4 girls quarterfinal games will feature teams, if not both teams, at least one team, Byron, that we cover with Northland basketball in the 3A East and 3A North regions. So, it's going to be a great day for us and for those who tune into Northland basketball.
And let me ask you, Floyd, are those games going to be on the radio for those that are around in the White Mountains?
Some of those are, yes. So if it's Alchese, if it's Sholo, or if it's Snowflake, yes, you can count on those games to be broadcast on Mix 98.
There we go. Mix 98, 98.5.
You've heard of it.
Maybe.
I think you've been there in the studio from time to time. Well, we're not getting the finals right now, so that's something that you folks, while you're out there, you can look in on that. You can check on that. You can figure that out as you're going along. We're just going to go ahead and wrap up our night here from Blue Ridge High School, where it was a home playoff victory for the Sholo Lady Cougars after their first 3A East Region Championship in 37 years. They've come up with a playoff victory over a very good Thatcher Eagles team. Final score 49-38. We congratulate Sholo as they move on now to the next round of the playoffs. And hopefully, crossing your fingers if you're a Northland basketball fan, Snowflake as well advances, as did Tuba City, as did Alchese, as did Monument Valley, and as did Chinle.
Oh, come on. Throw it out there. Get on the limb. I want to hear you say, as did the winner of Winslow, Window Rock.
Well, yes, the winner of Winslow and Window Rock, yeah, is going to be Window Rock. It appears that Window Rock has come up with a victory tonight over the Winslow Lady Bulldogs, and that would put them into a contest on Monday against the Tuba City Warriors. Wow, it's going to be a great quarterfinal day, Prescott Valley.
All right, just make sure you have enough gum and cough drops, okay, Mr. Simmons?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy out the entire supply down at the old drugstore down there. I'll have everything I can, and I'll be fully stocked and loaded. Well, Byron, thanks for making your season debut. This is your season debut?
Season debut for basketball.
Hope you enjoyed your vacation.
Hey, baseball's coming up.
Indeed.
Baseball season's coming up, but it was fun tonight. Great game, especially great game for the Sholo Cougars, for the Lady Cougars here tonight, and they're victorious over the Lady Eagles, 49-38. And I wonder if it was like a little special because it was in the your rival's gym.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, a little bit special. Byron, don't overstate that, because I'm sure they would love right now to be in their own gym, in their own home.
Absolutely, but if you had to, hey, I'll play in. Look, if it was me, I would play in my rival's gym knowing that they weren't there.
This reminds me of what everybody was saying about the Arizona Cardinals and the Super Bowl teams that played in Phoenix just recently, that whoever would end up winning the Super Bowl, which we know by now is Kansas City, thanks to Patrick Mahomes' heroic efforts, that Kansas City won more games at the Cardinals' home stadium this year than did the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, so let's see. The Sholo Lady Cougars won more playoff games here at Blue Ridge High School this postseason than did either the Blue Ridge boys or girls, but we're not going to say that too loud. That's not going to make too many people from Blue Ridge happy. All right, let's get out of here. Byron, thanks for being here, man. Great job on the
thank you,
the call tonight.
and God bless and God's peace, and drive safe.
All right, buddy. We'll see you down the road. Folks, thanks for joining us. I want to thank our outstanding production team for the job that they did tonight. A job well done once again, led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director tonight, the young Noah Anderson, just a senior in high school, and did did a fine job for us this evening. Thank you to Noah Anderson. And on camera, Sean Ulvestad helping us to get it done. For Byron Brown and the entire crew, I'm Floyd Simmons. Thanking you. Thanking Blue Ridge High School for hosting this one. Thank you to the athletic director, Jeremy Hathcock, and the principal, Lauren Webb, and all the great people at Blue Ridge. Thank you to the athletic director at Sholo as well. That's Scott Hoffmeyer. And we appreciate our partnership with the Sholo Cougars as well, bringing you all the action here at the Sports Zone. That's going to do it here tonight, everybody. We'll see you on tomorrow night, Saturday night at Monument Valley. And that game is only on the NFHS network, so look for it there. And then Monday, the girls' quarterfinals. God bless you. We'll see you next time for more Northland basketball. Good night, everybody, from Blue Ridge.
This has been Northland Basketball, an exclusive presentation of Sports Zone Radio. Listen online at SportsZone123.com and download the Sports Zone Radio app for your smartphone and listen wherever you go. Join us again for the next broadcast of Northland Basketball.